Let me know when you start.
Already started.
All right. Oh shoot. Sure. What's up, guys? So plugging on here with the profile. I played Tearlaments today. I went 3-1, lost to Kashtira. D-Shifter is a problem card. But we'll go get right into it. 3 Divine under the Herald. Best normal summon of the deck. No longer does Rhino Heart do anything, really, unless you already have a pre-filled graveyard. Diviner dubs you into your other fairies, whether you want a Shuffler or you want the Mill 5. So Diviner is a Mill 5, essentially. It's your new Kit Kalos budget version. And then obviously you got your Shufflers and your Mill 5s. Yeah. Next we have the 1-ups. I know Rhino's at 3, but again, he doesn't do anything on the normal anymore. You play everything at 1. Your Tiros are easily accessible through Field Spell and other methods. You have your Fusion, your Fusiers, Rhino Heart. Not much to say about it, still broken. Still broken. Then you play the most broken Tearlament now is the Tearlament Kashtira. Banish a tier card, summon, mill 3. It's a quick effect in the main phase, so you can even do it on your opponent's turn. Cool plays, like let's say you really bricked or like you got stopped, you set a Sulliot or a Meta Noise, it gets popped, you get this to hand, and then you get to play on your opponent's turn. So pretty busted. And then the heart and soul of the deck now is the 3 King of the Swamps. So King of the Swamp becomes a Kit Kalos, King of the Swamp becomes Grapha, King of the Swamp becomes whatever you want it to be. Busted card. And also searches you Poly, which comes up to make Chimera. Anyways, your best card in the deck, the Planet with the Terraforming, and then you also play 2 Foolish Bearers of Goods to get access. So you play 6 copies of your best card. You get this set up, and they don't get rid of it. You're kind of winning most matchups, I should say. The second best Tearlament spell, the 2 Screams. You play 2 because you love to see it, but you also love to mill it to get your trap card, get your extra layer of interruption, get your mill 3s, right? And then we do play 1 of every single tier card. So we play the Heartbeat, we play the Grief. So Grief is like an E-Telly into like send another Tearlament and Fuse. Also, when it gets sent to graveyard, you get to add back a Banish Trap, which comes up now because Tearlament Kashtira banishes trap cards, so it's pretty good. Then Heartbeat is like a shuffle of a problem back row or a problem card, and then send a card from hand to graveyard, which triggers all your effects. So pretty busted. And then also when it gets sent to graveyard, which does happen, you get to add back a tier trap in your grave. Next we do play the 1-ofs Poly and Foolish Burial, busted, make Chimera, win games, and also trigger your tier effects. Play 1 of each of the traps. Not much to say about these. They're all busted. They're all really good. Meta Noise is better now, even because people are trying to XYZ. You flip it, they can't do it. Then you play the Tribute Karma. This card is like the reason why I still want to play the deck. This card lets you search anything that names Visa Starfrost. So you could search like any of these cards, including obviously the best one, your planets. So Tribute Karma gets you access into anything you need. By banishing it from the graveyard. You don't need to play Feast of Starfrost to use that effect. If it's in your hand, then what you do is you discard it with some other effect and then get to search with it. So pretty busted. From there, that's it for like our engine. And then we have our going second card, which is also an engine. We play the Kaiju. So the reason you play the Kaiju is, one, you get over the Macrocosmos or the fields or the zone block or whatever one's more problematic at that point, or whatever the fuck you want to get over. And he's also an Aqua, so he comes up because Kaleido Heart needs 2 Aquas, and right now your Aqua count's not too high. I was trying to play Nessie, but I figured out it's like insane copium because he can't resolve under like macro, and then like I don't know, I just like don't really like that lottery style of play. I mean, I do play in tier, but like it's like that's too much lottery for me. All right, anyways, this guy is really good. He comes up, like your opponent can't respond to it, so I love it. Man. You play the Herald, Stop Shifter. That's the purpose. Stop problem cards, and then if you do have that Mill 5 fairy, Mill 5 busted. Then you play the 3 Imperms, just generic card, hits every deck. You hold it against Kashtira to Imperm the Macrocosmos, so then you could play. Right, and then they don't get a banish either. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. We're gonna go to the side deck. Start off with the most busted field centers in the deck in the game. Daddy Shurag and Aaron Yeager. Season 4 part whatever is coming out soon. Shout out to Mappa. We play our XYZ lineup. 1 of each of the busted 4s. I still play Dweller because mirror match if it comes up, but mostly because of Branded, because like I'm really scared of that deck. That deck completely craps on me, so I want to shut them down, shut down their plussing. You play 2 Zeuses because I don't want to side one, it's a waste of space. You need it to break the cash board a lot. That's it for the XYZs. You play the one Baron, it's easy to make with Herald. You play the Dark into the Sprint line, because you mill off your opponent's deck even turn 1. So you can steal a Dark and then go into Sprite to mill Merly. And then you play the one Chimera, you play the one Drago, the one, this guy's massive, dude. What's it called? Grapha Dragon Overlord of Dark World. This guy basically is an Omni Negate, and it makes it so that their effects become, you discard a card. So like you can then trigger your own card effects when they go to grave because it's went to grave by effect. So pretty busted, man. And then you play the 2 Rule Kalos. I was playing something different before, but honestly, having the Rule Kalos access is super crucial. Even like going second, it comes up because she's like the easiest thing to make. And it just really comes up. She's huge. She like lets you send tier names to grave. And then for sure, I mean, you could cut one of this and play something else. You could even play like one of the super poly targets. But I would say playing, and then for sure playing 2 Kaleido Heart is massive. The reason why is because now, like with Kaleido Heart, when you pop it with your field spell on turn 1, you could send the Scream to search a trap. You could send the Heartbeat to pick up a trap, or you could send the Grief to pick up a banished trap, or you could like, send a trap to do something you want to do with it. Like it basically becomes your own Kit Kalos, or you could even send a name to fuse, right? Best case scenario. But basically this becomes your Kit Kalos. This gets you the trap card. I think like ideally you always want to end on him, and like at least like him and one of the trap cards. Solik, if you can, also Crime, and then you're kind of set, man. He's so hard to out, and he's just big beefy boy that keeps coming back. That's it for the main deck and the side deck. I mean the extra deck. Going into the side deck, Stop Shifter, Add Off, Busted One of, beat Branded. I opted for Imperm in the main over Ash because Imperm again stops the Macrocosmos and any problem card going like on the 6 draw. 3 Talents and then 3 Thrust because this card breaks cash boards and also really good just going hard first. And then against back row decks, the Storms and the Duster, this should be evenly. I messed up. It should be evenly. But that's it. That's it for the profile. I really love the deck. Like every tournament I've been to, it's been like 4. I've topped in all of them with just max 1 loss in each event. So I love it. It's really fun. I think now it takes a lot more skill. It takes a lot more. It warrants like a lot cleaner play because you have no room for error. And I love that about the deck. It's like rewarding to play. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.